Coming up on Mammoth Magazine, Blackout Night is March 6th, and we will give you a sneak peek at the jerseys. John Grant Jr. will teach Liam some more fundamentals of lacrosse. Veteran defenseman Cam Holding is this week's player profile, and Alyssa is the Wild Bunch Spotlight. Mammoth Magazine starts right now. Hello everyone and welcome to Mammoth Magazine. Today we're at the Players Bench. This place is absolutely awesome. Wait until you check it out. Speaking of awesome, the Colorado Mammoth have been just that this season. 3-0 going into this game against the Stealth, but a very angry bunch from Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver was ready for them, and we said that last week. These guys can't get comfortable. They need to play solid every single week, and this week Vancouver got the best of them, but we're still 3-1. You know, they got to learn from this and move forward to next week.
Absolutely, the best place to be, the Mammoth, the last team to drop a game. Here's the highlights between Colorado and Vancouver. Vancouver picked up the game's first point, but the Mammoth would counter with 3 straight goals. The first by Sean Pollock, assisted by Adam Jones and John Grant Jr. to tie things up at 1. Then, on the power play, Drew Westervelt, who would have a rock-solid night, gave the Mammoth a 3-1 lead after the first. The second is where things went a little haywire for the boys from the Rocky Mountain region. Vancouver would go on a 5-goal run, all 5 goals scored by different players. At 8:23 of the second, Tyler Digby racked up this goal to make it a 5-3 Stealth lead. And this is where it gets a little wild. John Grant Jr., the recipient of a late hit by Tyler Haas. Man, that was a cheap shot. Sean Pollock comes over to defend his teammate, and fists fly. Both players, Haas and Pollock, assessed a 5-minute fighting major, Pollock getting an additional 2 for instigating. Both players receiving a game misconduct and ejected from the game. Once order was restored, Reese Dutch would cap the 5-goal outburst for the Stealth, taking the assist from Tyler Digby and making it a 6-3 Vancouver lead. Then another big moment for John Grant Jr. in a career filled with big moments. Jr. getting the second assist on this goal by Westervelt, and another milestone for the lacrosse legend as Grant Jr. picks up point number 1,300 in his illustrious career, 6-5 Mammoth within a goal at half. The Stealth would go on another 5-goal run, highlighted by the players who scored the best on this night. Corey Small led all scorers with 8 points, made this an 8-6 game. Reese Dutch, who chipped in with 7, locked and loaded, beating Dylan Ward here. It expanded the lead to 10-6. By the time Bob Snyder scored this unassisted goal at the end of the third, the Mammoth were down 12-7. Colorado saved their best quarter for last as they found the range for 6 goals. This score by Adam Jones made it a 2-goal game at 14-12 with 3:06 to play. The Mammoth had one last hurrah as Joey Cupido scored his 3rd goal of the night to make it 15-13, but it was not enough as the Mammoth rally falls short 16-13, suffering their first setback of the season. Colorado, now 3-1, has a bye week, but still on top of the West Division with a 3-1 record.
Some positive we take away from that game. We never quit in the fourth quarter. I think we scored 6 goals to come back, and it was a close one at the end there. But it's tough to look at the positives when in a game like that. We know we got to be better, and we got to look forward to Edmonton in 2 weeks.
It's tough to look at positives in a game like that when we could have went up 4-0 instead of 3-1, and took a pretty good lead in the West.
So that's what the fellas had to say about the game in Vancouver. Now another off week, kind of an enigma, kind of weird thing in the schedule. 2 off weeks early on. They get 3 this year, however.
Yeah, these guys have a lot of rest, a lot of time to practice, so they should be
Well, you know what
undefeated.
it's like to have that many off weeks, don't you?
That's funny. Right now, let's take a look at your NLL scores.
From week 5, the Buffalo Bandits 3 better than the Minnesota Swarm. Mark Steenhaus, 3 goals, 4 assists. The New England Black Wolves get doubled up by Edmonton. Ben McIntosh, 4 goals as well as 4 assists. Saturday night, Rochester over Buffalo 17-11. Dan Dawson with 11 assists. 11, pretty big number. And Toronto, a 1-goal winner over Calgary 12-11. Raul Hellier, 2 goals and 5 assists.
Well, that's a look at your NLL scores.
Score!
Why do you stand on this side? Because this is your Mariah Carey side?
Yeah, this
is that what that is?
This is the better side right here.
What do we have coming up next? Why don't you tell our
Well, we have
Mammoth
blackout
fans?
night coming out for the Mammoth games, and the players unveiled the jerseys they're going to wear on blackout night. They unveiled that at Hooters. Pretty cool stuff. We come back, we'll check that out. You're watching Mammoth Magazine. Here's your trivia question. Colorado started their 2015 campaign on the road against Minnesota. How many times have the Mammoth opened the season on the road? Your answer is next. Time now for that trivia answer. We asked you, how many times have the Mammoth opened their season on the road? It marks just the third time in the team's 13 seasons in Colorado that the Mammoth started the season away from Pepsi Center. Welcome back to Mammoth Magazine. As I told you in the first seg, we're at the Players Bench. Awesome place. If you want lacrosse gear, hockey gear, you got to come see these guys. Several locations in Denver. The one here at Tamarack is awesome. And Erin, this is our man Ethan here.
Ethan, you're doing a nice job. Why don't you take us through what you're doing right now?
I'm basically just stringing the head with the mesh on it so we can get a pocket so you can see your two are the finished product. And you can do a bunch of different stuff. You've got girls' pockets, you've got traditional, that's with the leather and the laces there.
Nice.
But essentially you can do anything you want.
Todd, do you think you need a girl's pocket?
You know what? I'm comfortable in my manhood, my masculinity, so I would go with pink and rock it, because if you don't play well, which I know I wouldn't, you got to look good, which I know I do.
Well, speaking of looking good, we're going to go to the blackout jersey unveiling. Hooters was rocking just like the Loud House when the Colorado Mammoth invited their fans to the unveiling of their blackout night jersey. Fans packed the restaurant to get a sneak peek at the jersey and mingled with players, members of the Wild Bunch, and Wooly.
It's a great experience. I mean, we are the greatest fans in the NLL right now, and I mean, to be able to just interact with them and talk to them, I mean, it's a real treat for us, and it's a real pleasure to have such great fans here in Colorado.
Oh, it's a blast to come out and interact with everybody. I just had one little boy say that I gave him a ball last year and made his day. So, I mean, stuff like that, when we come out and get to see him, it's great.
The happy hour event gave fans the chance to win signed memorabilia, tickets, and game-worn apparel. But the highlight of the night was getting their first look at the exclusive jersey.
Oh, I really like the neon touch. It is so cool, and it's my favorite color too. So.
The Colorado Mammoth organization strives to make every home game a unique experience. They accomplish this goal by hosting multiple theme nights throughout the season.
Our team does a really good job of kind of creating those theme nights, like you said, and then like the jerseys are incredible. We do the helmets, gloves, we get all these little things that make it that much better. So it's really cool, and then the fans really participate in it as well. It's nice.
Oh, it adds all the fun. We went to the Veterans Night last year. We got the jerseys. On the silent auction, we got 2 of the jerseys, so yeah, it went to the Wounded Warriors. That was special.
The best thing about Mammoth fans is their loyalty. All it takes is one encounter with the team, and they will continue to show their support. It doesn't matter if it's at events around town or at Pepsi Center.
The Colorado Mammoth are a dynamic team, bunch of fun guys. They're so easy to talk to, and they make you feel welcome, and the sport is so addictive. You can't go to a game and not want to go more.
So that's a look at blackout jersey night. Pretty cool stuff. Ethan putting the finishing touches on this lacrosse stick in this basket, getting it all dialed in so it looks like this, so you can come in here and buy it. One of the cool things, you get jerseys as well, practice jerseys. This right here is a game-worn jersey, Team Canada, autographed by Cam Holding, who's of course a member of the Colorado Mammoth. Several players were on that Canadian team. You know Cam, don't you?
Yes, sir. Grand Rapids boy.
Speaking of Cam Holding, he's this week's Mammoth Player Profile.
All right, 101. Short side, far side, bring it back to short side.
Does it work every time?
90% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
I know.
Holding's got a break. He's been here before. Cam Holding. It's 14-5.
My first thought when I wake up on a Saturday morning is, when am I going to get back to bed? The most attractive trait in a woman is really nice elbows.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool are you and why?
I don't know.
Keep it. Keep that answer. Whatever you do, keep that.
Mammoth looking to open it up. There he is, Cam Holding, shot, he scores! Cameron Holding his first goal of 2015, and the lead's now 8-4 Colorado.
Hey, that's one of the reasons you wear gloves, so you don't get hacked up like that. Matter of fact, these are John Grant Jr.'s gloves from the Outlaws. I wonder if I wear these gloves, if I could score goals too.
I don't know. They're pretty magical.
Magical gloves. And the man who wears the magic gloves in studio right now with Erin Slack. Jr., take it away.
Thank you, Todd. John Grant Jr. finally decided to come to the studio and join us, and I have to say, Cam Holding and Robert Hope have really given you a run for your money.
Yeah, Cam, he's done this before, but the Rook, I think he did a very good job. Very poised behind the camera. I'm pretty surprised, actually, because he doesn't strike me as that eloquent other times, but good on him.
I was impressed. He did both segments in one take, so it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, we're going to have to call him the Telestrator. That's his new nickname, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the game. It was a tough loss for you guys, but what positives can you take away from this one?
Well, you're right. It was tough. I think we fell flat. Feet weren't moving on O or D, and the ball was getting stuck in sticks for too long. Positive note is that we did give him a run in the fourth, and we showed a lot of heart and commitment to getting back to what got us the 3 wins previous. And we have 2 weeks to get her back, steer the ship back in the right path.
Well, another positive is that you hit your 1300th point. How did that feel? And did you know it when you hit it?
I had no idea. Someone was talking to me about it after. Hey, nice milestone. I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought they were being facetious about my 8 turnovers in the game. But yeah, 1,300, I guess it means I played a long time.
Well, you guys are still clicking on all cylinders. You're still at top of the West. What does that mean for you guys?
Well, it means in years past we'd have a tough game like that and really dig ourselves in a hole, but we gave ourselves a little cushion early. But like I said before, we have to get ourselves back to winning ways, and we have 2 weeks to really focus on a strong Edmonton team coming in.
Well, rest up, get ready for the next couple weeks. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Todd, we'll send it back to you.
All right, so that's John Grant Jr. and Erin Slack in the studio, and pretty soon we're going to talk about fundamentals. You know all about fundamentals.
Yeah.
And kids, if you want to know fundamentals, lacrosse is the fastest growing sport in America right now. And here at Players Bench, you can come in and get lessons as well and learn how to play the game like John Grant Jr. But even Junior needs fundamentals. And when we come back, we'll talk all about it. So you do the fancy stuff. It's time for this week's edition of Mammoth Moments. On March 8th, 2014, Colorado was hosting the Calgary Roughnecks on Lacrosse Out Cancer Night. The Mammoth forced overtime, and forward Sean Pollock scored the game-winning goal while donning the name of his wife, Jenna, a breast cancer survivor, on his jersey. Come see for yourself, Colorado, as your Mammoth take on the Edmonton Rush on Friday, February 13th on Health One Field at Pepsi Center. Visit altitudetickets.com or call 303-405-1101 to reserve your seats today. Welcome back to Mammoth Magazine. Erin Slack alongside Todd Romero, who's attempting to figure out how to play lacrosse right here at Players Bench. But I'm gonna make you stop for a second and talk about the gear that they have here for lacrosse players. Pretty awesome. I think I'd go with the standard white and black, a little Star Wars Stormtrooper-like. I mean, I haven't played that much, so I gotta look good. You're covering up. You said you would do blue and orange earlier for Broncos colors. I would have colors. Pads everywhere. But be honest, what colors would you really be wearing? Something that pops, something fluorescent. Fluorescent. How about maroon and black? That's what John Grant Jr. wears. Let's hear about some fundamentals from John Grant Jr.
Hey, John Grant Jr. here with the Colorado Mammoth, here with Liam. On today's segment of Putting the Fun in Fundamentals, we're going to talk about the outside shot, the howitzer, the launcher, whatever you want to call it. Very, very important shot because, as you know, there's a lot of defenders, big, strong, fast guys. You can't always get to the net. So guys on our team need the ability to launch that ball from pretty far out. For an outside shot, obviously the defenders are on the inside. So I'm able to get my stick back. And that's important because to get a shot as hard as we need to get it, and like I said, over 100 miles an hour, you need to get the stick back, get some leverage to pull through. So what we like to say is we get nice and low, knees bent, and this is all from your core. This isn't an arm shot, it's not really much of a leg shot, it's core and your upper legs. So we get the stick back, and it's usually a one step, and you follow through. The important thing here is balance, because if you're off balance, you're gonna have some big meathead knock you down and could go the other way. So what we try to do is, as we're winding up, changing the level, changing the stick angle to deceive the goalie in some small way, because they have a split second to make a decision, and hopefully it's the wrong one. So Liam's gonna jump up here and just show you how it's done. So first thing is, get that stick back. As I like to say, it's stick back, get low, step, follow through, let her rip. Nice job. As you can tell, wide stance gives them that ability to be balanced and put more power into a shot. Why don't you try one more, Liam? Change that stick level just at the end to get the goalie a little deception. All right, go. Oh, nice. That was top cheddar, I like it.
Well, that's a look at fundamentals from John Grant Jr., and this guy needs a helmet for that stuff. Do you learn anything in fundamentals, or what would you teach?
I got a hard
if
head, so I have to watch a few times from Junior.
You kind of look like Iron Man right now.
I'm ready for the over 50 league tryouts.
I don't know if you'd make the cut.
Probably not.
What do we have coming up next?
We have the Wild Bunch Spotlight, and this week it is Alyssa.
Hi, I'm Alyssa with the Wild Bunch. This is my second season on the Mammoth, and I'm a graduate student. The best gift that I've ever been given is a stuffed camel that my father brought home for me from Iraq when he spent 5 years over there. The strangest place I've ever woken up, I'm sure with everyone else who lives in Denver, is the light rail. You never know where you're at on that thing, it just goes on forever. If I was in a silent movie, my most dramatic pose would be my serious look. That's not very serious. If I had a warning label, it would say, caution, this girl is really tall.
All right, that's a look at Alyssa in the Wild Bunch Spotlight. Time now to go to John Grant Jr. and Erin for Around the Crease. And speaking of, I'm kind of in the crease area. I got the stick, I got the helmet. You get the nets here at the players' bench. You get everything. It's all good.
Thank you, Todd. John Grant Jr. decided to stick around for Around the Crease, and let's see if you can do this in one take like Robert did, okay?
I doubt it.
No, I know you can. So why don't you take me through this first goal?
All right, before you start it here, can we, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're in a 5-on-3, but we're just playing them 4-on-3 for now, and they basically play a triangle. So we have our guys basically in a box set up. We're on our way into that now, and what usually you try to do is get this guy here set up in a 2-on-1, so if you can roll it from there. So as you can tell, Westerveld has the ball and gives it to me if you can stop it. So now I'm trying to draw this guy, I think it's Hodgson's, attention to get him dragged down with me so that we can clear a lot of space for Westerveld here, which anyone's going to score from there, and especially Westerveld, who's got a great shot. So start it from there. So we pass it back and forth to get it going, and now stop it there. As you can tell,
Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, so I basically wound up, got him engaged, his stick's with me, so he's got all this room with no stick in his face. So now he does what he does best and fired home.
Wow.
The other point to that is when we're moving the ball back and forth, it gets the goalie moving. Westerveld had the short side.
That was a sweet goal. And a sweet assist.
Yeah, those help.
All right, take me through this next one.
Okay. Yeah, we're kind of desperate here at the end of the game, so we're going after them as much as we can. And Jonesy's trying to draw some attention down low, throws it to me. If you could stop it there. Same thing kind of with the other goal. I'm trying to get his eyes on me. This guy, as you can see, he's watching, and Joey usually as a defenseman would run off, but he had the hot hand, had already had 2 goals, so he decides to stay. So if you want to stop it or start it up, give it to him, beats this guy underneath, and same thing, short side, and you could tell the goalie had no idea that Joey was going to go to the net. He used his speed to get around him.
Sweet. Well, those are 2 of your 6 assists.
Oh, thank you.
I gave Robert a high five last week because he did it one take, and so did you.
All right.
Nice job, and good luck with the bye week.
Thank you.
Right now, we're going to send it back to Todd.
So that's Around the Crease with John Grant Jr. and our own Erin Slack. You want an up-close view of the Colorado Mammoth schedule? You got to know when they're playing at Pepsi Center, right? That's coming up after the break. It's time for the tweet of the week. This coming from John Grant Jr. at John Grant Jr. 24. Hashtag Flashback Friday going medieval with at Joe Cup 18. Hashtag Archduke of Hamilton. Hashtag Halton Czar. Welcome back to Mammoth Magazine. We're at the Players Bench Rink. This is the practice facility.
Watch
you can
it.
kind of get all dialed in, and if you want to buy gear, try it out, you can do it here. You want to get some practice, some lessons, this is the place to be. And it is also the place to be if you're me, because this will be a very happy place soon. I get to fire at will with you tending the goal.
You're not going to get anything past me because I'm going to channel my Dylan Ward. But right now, we're going to send it over to Connor for the upcoming schedule. Connor, take it away.
Friday, February 13th, they host the Edmonton Rush before going to Edmonton on Sunday the 15th. Then it's 2 more road games for the Mammoth. Sunday, February 22nd at 11 a.m. Mountain against the brand new New England Black Wolves in Connecticut. And then Saturday, February 28th, they close out the month on the road in upstate New York as they take on the Buffalo Bandits at 5:30. Lots of time on the road this month for your Colorado Mammoth.
Thanks, Connor. That's a look at the upcoming schedule. This team is hot, so you got to get tickets and go watch your Colorado Mammoth. Now, my favorite time of the show. Erin Slack is in goal.
You got
she
nothing,
looks marvelous,
Todd.
doesn't she?
This is how I move.
And it is Romero with the shot. Let's see what I can do here. I got to hit on net first.
Come on.
Oh, you're going to talk smack now. All right, here we go.
Yeah, you got nothing.
Oh! Score, baby. That's the way it goes. Let's see what the players say about the upcoming bye week.
Living with the guys helps, so you're always hanging out with the team, and you know I'm going to be in here 4 times and just keep working hard.
Just keep our minds in it. We're here training. It's tough. We don't want to be off for 2 weeks. We want to get right back at it after that loss. But I don't know, staying here, staying active with the guys, and making sure we're ready to go.
All right, well, that was sure a fun time. Certainly one of my favorite segments of the show, and probably will be for the end. Would you like help off?
Please, take my helmet off so I can see. Oh, I think that was maybe 15 miles an hour, not 65 like you said.
Oh, that was a ripper.
And I'm pretty sure that was luck. Or maybe you just learned some fundamentals finally from John Grant Jr. Maybe
I do
it's
like
working.
the combination hair flip with a giggle. 9-0. 9-0. Good job.
Well, I love channeling my Dylan Ward today. I got to give this guy credit. Putting this gear on every day is a task, and I didn't even do it, so
Probably
props
loses
to him.
about 5 pounds a game,
Yeah, I have
I'd
a
say,
whole
right?
new respect for you, Dylan Ward.
I'd like to thank all the guys here at Players Bench. Phenomenal facility. You need lacrosse gear, you need hockey gear. You got to come here to get it. Lacrosse guys, you can come in here, check out your gear, make sure you're dialed in. These guys will make sure you are. If you want lessons, you could do that here as well. They've got you covered. Speaking of covered, Mammoth now with a little time to get rejuvenated again.
Yeah,
I don't
they
think
have
that's
a
a
bye
bad
week.
thing.
They're gonna rest and get back to it in another week or so.
A lot of the season left. This team off to a very good start. You got to get down to Pepsi Center and check them out. For Erin Slack, I'm Todd Romero. Again, thank you to all the guys at Players Bench. We had a great time, especially the 65-mile-an-hour laser.
Yeah,
We'll
right.
see you in a couple weeks here on Mammoth Magazine.